ganar, ganar. Ganar has two meanings. One is to win, and the second one is to earn. Those two meanings are very common, obviously in Spanish as they are in English, but ganar can be used to say to win and to earn in Spanish. Okay, so those two meanings are very basic, the basic meanings of ganar. For example, gano $3,000 al mes. You know what? Let's add this symbol there. Gano $3,000 al mes. I mean, we could remove dólares, right? Because we have the symbol here, but let's just have it like that. Okay? Gano $3,000 al mes. It seems to be that we're talking about money. We're talking about money. So let's look at the translation. I earn $3,000 a month. I earn $3,000 a month. That's I think, I don't know if that's average, but it's just an example. If you want to say, I earn this much money, or whatever, specifically we're talking about money, how much money you earn or some other people earn. Okay, so let's break this down and let's see how this sentence works. Okay, remember, we don't use personal pronouns all the time, so essentially you're saying yo gano, but we don't need yo. You can say gano, okay? Gano. Yo gano, tú ganas, él gana, nosotros ganamos, ustedes ganan. Let me tell you that the verb ganar is a regular verb. So you don't have to worry about, oh my God, it's irregular, it has its own conjugation. No, don't worry about that. It is a regular verb. Someone asked me recently, something about irregulars, regular verbs, like how many are there? How many irregular verbs are there in Spanish? Man, there are so many. There's so many. You have to pay attention to each verb and just see if they're irregular or regular. Just as in English, there's some irregular verbs. So you have to pay attention to that. It's specifically when, conjugating verbs, we're talking about that. Are they irregular? Do they follow grammatical rules or not? Or they do whatever they want? So you have to pay attention to it. It's just a hard question to answer. There's not really a way to know, there is a key to know which ones are regular or irregular. You have to learn the verb and just to see if they are, each one of them, are regular or irregular. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. Gano, I earn, gano, 3,000. Ooh. Do you know how to say all the numbers in Spanish? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are, simple, basic numbers. But how about, 100, 200, 300, 1,000, 2,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000, 5,000. So there, of course, it can get complicated, but 3,000 means 3,000. Okay, 5,000, 5,000. 10,000, 10,000. Okay, so you have to, for sure, you have to pay attention to how to say numbers in Spanish and amounts, of course. So 3,000 is 3,000. 3,000 dólares. Dólares means dollars. Okay. If you want to say specifically American dollars, Canadian dollars, you can say, of course, that in Spanish. Dólares americanos, that's American dollars. Dólares canadienses, Canadian dollars, of course. There are terms for such things. But if you say $3,000, I mean, it's a common thing to say in America, right? You don't say 3,000 American dollars all the time. So dólares can refer to American dollars, of course. $3,000, $3,000 al mes means per month or a month, okay? So that's the meaning of al mes. Essentially, you're saying a el mes, but we don't have a el, we don't have this in Spanish. We don't have that because month is masculine and it's a noun. So you could use the definite article el mes de enero. The January, or I mean, you can say el mes de enero, so that means January. Some people in Spanish say that, el mes de, and then you say the month, right? And you're technically saying the month of January. Technically, that's what you're saying. But anyways, we don't have a el in Spanish. When that happens, it becomes al mes, okay? Al mes, al año, a la semana. Well, that's different when you say, month, year, or week. Al mes means a month. You can say al año, of course, and that means a year or per year, okay? You can say also per week or, weekly. So that will be a la semana. Why aren't we saying al semana? That's because semana is feminine. So you don't need the masculine definite article el, you need la. So when you say la, you don't need to say al. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it can be tricky, but you need to learn the phrases and terms. Of course, you have to. Okay. Excellent. So we are saying al mes, al mes. That, by the way, a la semana means weekly or per week. Weekly. Okay. Excellent. But we had al mes. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for becoming a member, Regulation D. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. 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 Okay. So al mes is a month, per month. Okay. Excellent. Let's just put per month. There you go. Excellent. So let's move on. Let's move on. Of course, the verb ganar is right here. You can see it at the beginning of the sentence. Yo gano. Okay. So in this situation, it means I earn. Okay. Or to earn money. Excellent. Yeah. Hello. Hola. Okay. Excellent. Let's move on. Let's look at the next example. Let's see how we can use the verb ganar in a different situation. Acabo de ganarme una televisión. Acabo de ganarme una televisión. Una televisión. Ganarme. By the way, this can be said ganarme. Like in this situation, you can say ganarme or ganar. Acabo de ganar or acabo de ganarme. So essentially, you can use, in this particular situation, you can use the verb ganar in a reflexive way with reflexive pronouns, or you can just say, don't add the reflexive pronoun, and you can just say, acabo de ganar una televisión. So anyways, let's see what this phrase, or rather sentence, means. This means I just won a television, a TV. Well, that's very nice. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. Anyways, so let's break this down. Let's see how it works. Yo acabo. You can say yo acabo. Okay? Acabo. Acabo is a great Spanish word. That means I just. When you say yo acabo, that means I just. Okay? I just, when, something happens. I just saw this person, I don't know, at a cafe. I just won a television. I just ate a hamburger. I don't know. You can use it in many different ways. You don't have to say yo. You can just say acabo dot dot dot. And you need to include de. Acabo de. Okay, so acabo de, and then you add a verb, an action. Acabo de comer una pizza. I just ate, pizza, or just a whole pizza. It depends, right? Maybe you ate a slice or the whole pizza. Who knows? Acabo de dormirme. I just fell asleep. Okay, so acabo de is a great phrase that means I just did something, right? So what happened? What's the action? Ganarme. As I told you before, you can include the reflexive pronoun me or not. Okay, in this situation, you can say acabo de ganar una televisión, or acabo de ganarme una televisión. So that means acabo de ganarme means I just won. Okay, I just won something. And obviously this is not in past tense. In English it is, but that's because in Spanish you cannot say this in past tense, because it's just how it works in Spanish, specifically when using the phrase acabo de comer, acabo de dormir, acabo de ganar, acabo de viajar. Okay, so you pretty much leave the verb in the infinitive form, which means do not conjugate it, or you can add reflexive pronouns, like in this situation. Acabo de ganarme. Una means a. It's an indefinite article, una, and una is feminine as well. Why is it feminine? Because the noun televisión, which means television, is feminine. It looks like a masculine noun, but it's actually feminine. La televisión. Una televisión. Okay, so that's why we have the feminine indefinite article, una. Okay, so excellent. Acabo de ganarme una televisión. I just won a television. So very interesting. Ganar here means to earn, and ganar here means to win. Okay, so that is very good. And just remember, those are some basic meanings of the verb ganar. If you want to say I earned this much money, you can say that. Or if you want to say I just won, or I win, or I will win, you can use the verb ganar for that as well. Okay, excellent. So let's move on.